One love, Team Delta. One love. And we alive right here on Festive Fridays. Yeah, man, big up yourself. Welcome into the life. We are dealing with what's going on your side of the world. What's going on your side of the world. Thanks for tuning in and being a part of Festive Fridays. Right? This is the episode where we just relax, kick back, and have a bit of a festive presentation as much as we can, right? Given the circumstances and the present headlines. Thanks for tuning in, everybody that's in the live right now. I'm seeing that Audrey's in the live. I'm seeing Dorothy's in the live. Edmond is in the live. Lewis, thanks for tuning in. Everybody that can hear me, if you can hear me clearly right now, I'm asking that someone kindly drops a 9 into the comment section. As long as you can hear me and I am coming through clearly, kindly drop a 9 into the comment section. And as per usual, ladies and gentlemen, as you join us live here, whether you're going to join us now, presently, in the future, definitely remember to thumbs up this live so that everyone will have a chance to be updated with everything that is going on in Guyana and definitely in the diaspora. What we got dealing with right now? Let me start with some music. It's Festive Fridays, so we can start it off with some music. Let's hear what our brother Gecom King 9 is dealing with on this track right here. Pull up some vibe as we build and start the live, all right? We got it. Boom.
Not mix up, not twist, oh. And in Guyana, yes, politician man, politician woman, oh. Make sure you keep your promises. Politician man, politician woman. Make sure you stick to the plan. When you go in a parliament, make sure you keep your promises. Politician man, politician woman. Make sure you stick to the plan and protect this nation. The youths them rock, so now come round, come sell we drink, and we not have money for buy that. I see campaign in every district, don't come around with the slackness. The youths them say them tired and weary. So long man a live a man can't build them bone. Politician, this one a catch a bone. So tomorrow, lock them a sell out, never know the Messiah. Now you been give me a chance forever. Them say new president, new prime minister. So me a wait to see the new trendsetter. One people, one nation, one destiny. Gotta give me the strength to pray for Guyana. Make sure you keep your promises. Politician man, politician woman. Make sure you stick to the plan. When you go in a parliament, make sure you keep your promises. Politician man, politician woman. Make sure you stick to the plan and protect this nation. We see them a grow and a fight for the garden city, but it's for their people. We have bauxite and timbers and gold and diamond. Now we fight high. It belongs to the people. Don't let politicians trick you. Don't let them separate us. Them come with the make sure you keep your promises.
Big up yourself. Gecom King 9. Fire track, bro. And anyone that is an artist right now in the live, or any person that's gonna tune into this video. Are you an artist? Are you out to GT, out to the diaspora? Send your tracks in to the WhatsApp number below. We will feature your song right here on Festive Fridays on Delta 9 Media. Get your music exposed to millions and millions of viewers around the world. And guess what? We ain't doing it for no charge, buddy. We just want to share good music with the world. So send your tracks over here. Even better, if it's a music video, you'll be able to reach a wider audience and connect with a wider demographic. Definitely. But guess what? Gecom King was talking about this situation with the politicians, them, right? The persons now moving in a particular way when they get into certain positions of power. Guess what? The flight is taking off right here on Festive Fridays. We are on takeoff, and the very first thing that we're going to deal with today The very first thing that we gotta highlight is this. I know if you are paying attention to what's going on right now in the airways, but this right here, we pay attention to this and see what's going on, because guess what? It's only recently was election time, you know, and we could already see that there's a certain type of vitriol in the air where persons are being picked on, especially those that were giving opposing views to a particular political party. People's house done get light on fire, allegedly. Now we're about to witness what's going on in the media and how our people are being treated while they're just here doing their job.
President, Mr. President, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Just could you explain to me your presence at the Guyana Elections Commission? I know you.
I'm a candidate.
Yeah?
What do you mean, what's my presence?
No,
You
no.
want me to be here?
No, I didn't say that. I asked you to give us an explanation as to what prompted you to come, Travis Chase. Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing.
We have our workers here, our election agents as a leader. I came here to thank them for the enormous work they've been doing.
Right.
The P.P.P civic family, our supporters, they've done a tremendous job, worked hard, and with hard work come victory. 5 years of commitment, hard work, serving the people, and they can't take it. You know, we have the life of this country at stake and the life of the citizens of this country at stake. And look at what these people are doing, playing games. They have nothing. They want to recount. The recount doesn't give them what they want. What they do. This is a cycle of people who don't have this country interest at heart. A cycle of people who care nothing about development. A cycle about people who are concerned about power. We're concerned about responsibility. That is why we do everything in accordance with the law.
Mr. President, did you see the fresh call for the elections to be quashed and for new elections to be called? Hold on. Did you see that coming up?
I saw a letter, but it's all nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous. First of all, you lose the elections, you ask for a recount, the recount shows you that you still lost the elections, and now what do? You think about it. As I said, the life of this country is important. And the people continue to see who plays for the life of this country, who plays for the life of the citizens, who don't care anything about the citizens and the development of this country. We have to keep this country intact, safe. We have to ensure that our international investors are ready to invest and that we demonstrate to the world that we are a democracy that is credible, which we have demonstrated in these elections, but more importantly, that investors' confidence is always high. And this is just playing games with country life, playing games with people life, playing games with the electoral process. All of the electoral observation bodies said elections were supposed to be fair. All of them. All. So what is the issue?
Did you personally, as Mohamed Irfan Ali, observe any irregularities? President Mohamed Irfan Ali, did you? Did you? Hold on. No, sir. Sir, listen. This is not a confrontation. No, hold on. Mr. President, this is not a confrontation. I understand you are. No, hold on. You are surrounded by. You have respect too, but you have as well. I'm asking you a simple question. I'm asking you a simple question. Did you observe any irregularities at all? None.
This election is free and fair. That's right. You guys want to create a narrative.
No, not you guys, sir.
You guys, you're part of it.
No, don't say that. Don't let you. No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
I have a democratic right.
My democratic right is saying you're wrong.
And I can say my democratic right
and you're wrong.
Is that Travis Chase is part of a narrative that is trying to create mischief.
No, you're wrong. You have a good day. Always. A very confrontational President Irfan Ali accused. Sorry, ma'am. What are you saying, Minister? Say what you want to say. A very confrontational Irfan Ali trying to intimidate members of the press, the independent press. But of course, I'm going to stand my ground. and I will not be moved. I'm not going to be bothered by what the president is trying to implicate me in, trying to say that we're part of a narrative that is creating mischief. That's a matter for him. That's a matter for the president. And of course, you know, we've all been addressing him as President A.P.N.U. One of the very reasons the independent press do not really engage him because of the arrogance that is portrayed by the president when he is approached and asked simple questions. So he said he's a candidate. He said he's a candidate, so he was here just to observe the elections process happening inside of the Guyana Elections Commission.
Well, you see for yourself and you had a chance to hear it for yourself. What are your views about those presidential actions? What are your views? And are you excited about looking forward to that kind of leadership for the next couple of years? You had a chance to see for yourself and analyze for yourself. The numbers on the screen and the hotline is definitely open. Persons could call in or you could send in your voice note and we could definitely have a conversation about that in the comment section as well. I want to big up every single person that's in the live right now. Almost 300 persons joining us live presently. If you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is going to be a festive flight. This is going to be a flight to remember. This is going to be one of those special Festive Fridays. So if you haven't already, thanks for being a part. Make sure that you thumbs up this live and send it out to the world. Pick up yourself, GT Slim, Desiree, everybody that's tuned in right now. What a person's saying. Greetings to good afternoon, Delta 9 Media and family. Marina, thanks for tuning in, Marina, and thanks for being a part of Festive Fridays. Brenda, thanks for tuning in. Desiree, everybody that's in the live right now. Y'all had a chance to see some presidential actions right there in the beginning of the live, right? Early up in the live, we're making sure that we keep it hot and festive. We're hearing this conversation though about the fact that the president is supposed to be sworn in soon. And guess who was live today? I don't know if y'all catch it, but guess what? We're going to keep you updated with everything that's trending in Guyana and in the diaspora, buddy. This is what's going on right now. Melly Mel was live today, and this is what she had to say about elections 2025. You know, Melly Mel was keeping me updated, showcasing different things, making sure that we understand what's going on with different statements, the polls, this, that, and the third. But this is her conclusion about what took place in the 2025 election so far.
What's going on, but I can't give you anything that is not factual and that is not true. So I gotta hold on and wait as it relates to the election and what is happening. Recount is still in process. I guess they're still looking at the legal options. And
you see what Desiree is saying? Wow, he's just wow, disgraceful. I tell you, it's hard to respect them type of thing, man.
So
very
disrespectful. I can't speak on anything until I have
very disrespectful to people. I think someone was just calling us in.
Like concrete
let me see
information.
Let me see if we missed that call or if it wasn't a call. Let me try calling back.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying.
Okay, that's a missed call.
Solid information that is actually true and it's not propaganda and all of that. Anyways, I see for Guyana put out a statement. I see other political parties are now putting out statement about all the discrepancies and all the ways in which this election was rigged and they don't agree with it. And so all I'm saying is that Judge Shishi, come on this live. Let me you tag this thing quick, guys. I need you for this story. Let me add you. Send me a request quick. All I'm saying is that it doesn't look as though anything is going to change. That's all I'm saying. Me never brace y'all hopes of a thing that's by some miracle the P.P.P is going to come out today, and the P.P.P is going to come out today, and y'all can see. Suddenly they can actually do a recount or they're gonna
This life for.
hold on. Let me finish telling these people that the elections, nothing will change with that results. Those people are about to swear in. My take on it is that these parties, the opposition and these small parties, should have never went to elections, to the polls in the first place. Months.
Yeah, Linda. Finally, we getting a real conversation about it. And we heard other persons speak about it too, you know. That was the word that was being sound by a lot of other persons too when you think about it. Too many problems with the list. Why no biometrics? And then look at the result. Look at the result. The commissioners them come out and speak on it. Persons were protesting in front of Gecom for months. No real progress. Plus, we heard a report that they would have given to the Honorable Mr. Nigel Hughes and his team when he had to sit down with them. All of these things to consider, and still went into elections nonetheless. And then look what took place. Yeah, all Mel is saying, but there's more to it. The video going on.
They were seeing all the signs. These people were putting everything in place to block them at every direction. They can't go to court because it doesn't make sense going to court. All the rulings are going to be in their favor. All the appeal judges belongs to the P.P.P. The Chief Justice belongs to the P.P.P. They can't go to court. They can't go out and protest because they don't give the police orders to shoot to kill. So when you go out and protesting and behave bad, this is what they're going to do. They're going to shoot y'all to kill y'all. Right? Our best thing was not to go to the polls. Demand the biometric voting. Ask the international observers in the international community to pressure the government into giving y'all biometric, and that is what the A.P.N.U should, as the main opposition leader, should have been doing for the last 5 years. I know Arby was in front of there protesting every Tuesday for the last year or so. How much of them go out and protest with Arby about biometric? But what I am saying, they should have never went to the poll. There should have never been an election.
That's true.
The list was bloated. Everything was there. Everything was there in their favor to rig the elections.
But
so we can't, at this point, everybody fighting a losing battle. You can't go to court. When you go to court to tell the court when all the judges them in their pocket, when all the judge belongs to them, the Chief Justice, he just be at all the P.P.P. Not public event or rally, but all their private event, and so they have the Chief Justices be there. The Chief Justice is P.P.P. Gecom is P.P.P. Claudette can't do nothing. They get a man watching Claudette 24/7. Claudette can't talk to nobody. Recording everybody going to see Claudette. Everybody will come out. How long they stay, everything.
I telling you, no wonder we ain't seen nothing going on with Claudette. I asking myself, where is Miss Claudette Singh? I saying, how come no report from the Gecom commissioner, right? How come no report from the Honorable Miss Claudette Singh? How come she had no conversation coming out with all that was going on with the elections? I telling you, boy, it's a situation where there's so much underhandedness allegedly going on. It's hard for you to pinpoint where the truth is really coming from. I agree with Melly. This is what Michelle is saying. I agree with Melly. The opposition should have not agreed to an election without biometrics. The people should call a vote of no confidence in the P.P.P. Lawless dictatorship. Greetings. You're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you?
Pick up yourself, Flash. What's going on?
Nothing much. Happy Friday to all my black brothers and sisters.
Yeah, man.
In Guyana. That young lady video. That young lady video was talking.
Yeah.
Suddenly now she said so. Guyanese must not be shouldn't go to election. When she encouraged, Garden said loud and clear. When she encouraged Simona Boone to run for president. This is not alleged. Flat Garden said they could come to Flat Garden in America. They could show me. They can't go tell the judge, don't waste time. We don't have no money to give them. Put me in jail. Because we all already. When she gave Simon Bruce
Yeah.
$15,000 out of the 35.0 out of the go fund for run for president, for break up, for destroy PNC, for keep Abinati out of presidency. Now to this you come and say, I should not go to the election. Why you believe Wanda Bubble, call she name, Wanda Bubble gets more secret because Wanda Bubble knows that she was on Mama's payroll for years and we fought both China. Not alleged, it's a slack time talking. We go to jail. We not no shoot, no llama to give them. All of us on Mama's payroll. Why they don't like Abinati? Because Abinati was a straight man. He said he was not scared. No businessman money who we don't know about and where to get the money from. Abinati told on the table. Because Brinjan was slack to them young women. All of them become young leaders. 2020 election, my God, every good women. All of them said, we want young leader. I went to get them with Brinjan. Listen to them, I give them young leader. Look what the young leader did to PNC party today. Destroy it.
Yeah.
Young leader. Because them you want scared. You know, say America and control and same young leader. Like, whatever did. You say back. Why nobody know Amanda? Amanda did not do nothing. Nothing for black people. 20 years ago, 5 years ago. Amanda, David Gritter gives a chance to become there before 5 years. And she leave the party. And I said that, oh, people and the man know. And the man, oh, when I say Guyana, that somebody who went into a closed door meeting and she came out and started to the press meeting. Oh, the meeting went good. Nobody didn't undermine it. It's record them tell all for one to destroy black people vote. And who can punish my brother? If I never punish, Mel and record love OPM. Long and clear, they love OPM. Let me ask you a question. Do you know what OPM means? OPM.
No.
We'll go. It means other people money.
What?
Mel and Mr. Bird lost. But I did not stand strong. Don't give up the nation because nobody is not there to protect Abinato space. Yes. Because they prove themselves here to Flat Garden. Tell me your time. Let me run.
Big up yourself, Flash. Thanks for calling in. We definitely heard the views of the caller. What do you think about what he had to say right there? The hotline is definitely open. Persons could call in and give their views upon anything that's being aired here, discussed right here on Festive Fridays. Thanks for tuning in, and let's continue with the video.
It is like a prisoner right now. How we fighting these people with unlimited resources and all these monies and all these mechanisms at their disposal? How are we doing it? Every single body.
But Melly she come out and say anything till now?
Nothing. Nobody haven't seen Claudette in about 3 weeks. You don't see Claudette. Claudette don't put out no statement, nothing. Any statement coming is from Gecom. Claudette don't hold no press conference, nothing. Claudette can't do nothing. Claudette can't do nothing until the P.P.P give her the go ahead.
Wow.
Nothing. We are fighting a losing battle. So when I see people on Facebook saying, oh, let me go out and protest, let me go and do this, I don't think they understand. I don't think they understand the level of control and the level of these people thought about everything months in advance. They would have put everything in place. Them changing all the Gecom rules before.
Man, didn't we talk about Ovesa? How long now this stuff was in process? Remember, it's a while now, allegedly, a while since that Barbados trip went down. It's a while now the Barbados trip went down and the whole plot was hatched, probably even before the players were selected that would pull it off. And now we're able to see clearly what took place. Remember, hindsight is 2020, you know. So sometimes when things go down, you could actually look back and say, but hey, You know with the reasoning about that, watch out happen, buddy, just the same way, right? Just the same way how Barbados had a controlled opposition, allegedly. Just the same way how their opposition is now putting themselves in a position where it seems as if the persons in the ruling part of the government is actually running that segment as well. It seems like it's the same thing going on in Guyana right now, where persons that used to be a part of the same party just a few months ago are now a part of the opposition, a large part of the opposition. Interesting, right? All of these things could be coincidence. All of this could be a coincidence, Delta 9 family. I don't know. That's just my views. I think something was cooking for a while.
Even before election and having Claudette sign off on all those rules, the time for the time to apply for recount. Listen, I said the people put everything in place. Everything in place. Any go wrong, they go wrong. The court anyway. Every single thing was put in place. Everything. Right, and what they're going to do is that they're going to swear in Ali by Sunday as soon as possible, because any other thing they can tell you, go and do an election petition. An election petition is in the next 5 years. We still waiting on graduate petition, and we have another election. So you can imagine they know what they're doing. Everything. Right, and what they're going to do is that.
Yeah, later. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Delta, what's on, bro? Big up.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, King. What's going on?
I said it on platforms, man. I said the seed has been planted.
Mm-hmm.
The deal has been made. The deal has been done. Remember I said that yesterday?
Yes.
It's like, I don't know, man, but it's sad. It's sad to know they end up back in power. Hey, I know these people related to me somehow, right?
Yeah.
They related to me. If finally, I mentioned it on article, but I wanted them out of there, bro, because you know what? I live my life with justification.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I could have probably, allegedly, go to Guyana and buy land if I want.
Yeah.
Because I got connections there, right? I got connections there. But I tell you what, my brother told me, we left Guyana, come over here to make a life over here. Why you want to go and do this and do that? And the Guyanese people suffering. Leave the stuff for the people, right? Because we live in different lifestyles. We lifestyle is not about big money. We lifestyle is when we die, we can answer for what we do, just like every other body, right? It's not about money and big house and big property, right? It's what you do and where the next dimension is going to take you. Because I'm Rastaman, but I'm a dumb, wholehearted Muslim, right?
Yeah.
I believe in certain things. That's why when I just said that, when it comes to the Almighty God, let people on their own, because when you believe and what people believe and how to do, you can talk about anything in life, anything. But when you come to your maker, the Almighty God, let people on their own, because none of us know the truth. None of us weren't there. None of mankind don't know nothing about God. It's a belief concept, right? And you live your life in certain way.
But you can't speak for me though. That's the only thing.
Huh?
You can't speak for me. You could speak for yourself. You can't speak in that general term when you're talking about present divinity. You could speak for yourself.
No, what I'm saying, mankind, no man know who is God.
I do.
Every time you could use your imagination to understand what God is, not God.
Well, there's the thing. You can't say that nobody don't know who God is. You got to speak for yourself on that. Or others that might conclude from you. You understand?
We live on a different level. Don't understand. And I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
If that's the way you look at it, but as man, you know me.
Yeah, I respect your perspective on that, but at the same time, I can't allow you to speak for me on that because you don't know what I know.
Yeah. Okay. The thing is that what I said on other platform, I said this has to be planted. You gotta wait until You see what color fruit it bears, you know?
Yeah, and you see the color this fruit become. You see
I don't really follow anything much today because I see a whole lot of bullshit because
yeah.
Whatever you say, it doesn't matter what you say, it's
Yeah.
a turn against you.
Mm-hmm.
The policeman stop you. The policeman stop you, right?
Yeah.
He read your amendment. You
Yeah.
have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what you say,
It
what
will
you
be used.
analyze,
Yeah.
what you think, what you assume, the script can be flipped. And it doesn't take any shit to flip the script. It just puts in words together.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We're still
That's
waiting
English
for this
language.
official. We're still waiting on this official thing. Yeah.
English language is the most complicated language on the face of the earth. There's no language more complicated than English.
Mm-hmm.
See? Anything you say, you can make up your story, you can analyze this, you can think this, you can say, oh, this is what probably allegedly. But anything you say can go against you, bro. That's how the war runs, that's how the system runs.
Real thing.
But thanks for having me on the phone, man. Respect.
Every time. Thanks for calling in. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Pick up yourself, caller. Thanks for calling in. Insightful commentary as usual. And definitely it's Festive Fridays right here on Delta 9 Media. I wonder if y'all heard what Melly Mel said about the swearing in. She's saying that very soon and very shortly, this is about to go down. You hear what's going on here? Because most times when you can hear a conversation coming from Melly Mel, it's most times in a little while, you see things start to unfold. So you listen what's going on here. Big up yourself. Every single person that's in the live, almost 600 people watching us live right now. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already taken a couple of seconds, please do so. Thumbs up this live so that everybody will be updated with all of this trending and very important information in Guyana, the diaspora, and around the world.
They're going to swear in Ali by Sunday as soon as possible, because any other thing they can tell you, go and do an election petition. An election petition is in the next 5 years. We still waiting on graduate petition, and we have another election. So you can imagine.
So by Sunday, that's a few days away, Lisa. What, 48 hours?
They know what they're doing. People know what they're doing. So what I suggest, unfortunately, y'all have another 5 years under the same government, the same administration. So what I suggest is that the next opposition and the remaining of those small party, I will not, as an opposition, if I was an opposition leader, I will not be going into another elections without biometric voting. I wouldn't do it. Because it makes no sense. You do it again for the next 5 years. It will be the same thing. The people will rig again. I am not going into another elections. If I was the opposition, I guess Mohammed is now the opposition. You don't go into the next election without biometric voting. It don't make sense. If you're going to sit back for the next 5 years and then go into the next election without biometric voting, then you might as well just hand the country. It's full dictatorship. You might as well just hand the country to the people and let them have it. And let the chips fall where it may. When Guyanese really, really and truly fed up, I tell them, George, I live in America. My family's in America. When Guyanese really and truly fed up, then is when the real civil unrest will happen, and I don't know. Because right now we're going, this dictatorship that's going on is. Anyway, I start with them. Anyway, me come for talk about though. I promise, and so then I can come back, give everybody everything that this party did, because everybody keeps saying, oh, we hear nothing from this party. You're not hearing from this party because these party are busy trying. Some of them are the recount. Some of them are trying to see how best they could find legal ways to go around all these discrepancies and all these things that is happening. But hopefully we don't think so. I come to talk about this.
I'm telling you, it's a situation. And we just had a chance to hear right there from Melly Mel about certain things that definitely supposed to go down very soon and very shortly. What y'all think about it? What are your views about what Melly Mel just had to say right there about the elections 2025 and about this swearing in ceremony that we're supposed to see soon, very soon and very shortly? We're supposed to go down over the weekend. Let me jump into the comment section and see what persons are saying right now. Observers watching over the elections. How and we which part? Someone could have do anything to rig the elections. Dexter saying there was observers watching over the elections. How and we which part someone could have do anything to rig the election? That's a good question, Dexter. I guess that's a question for an observer or for persons who know the process and probably would have identified a lot of discrepancies going on. But there was a number of things, a number of issues that persons were raising. I don't know if you heard about any of them, but there were a number of issues that persons were raising. There was issues with ballot boxes. There was issues with persons and ballots that had markings in different places. There was all types of other things as well, so that probably I didn't mention right here. But there's a number of things that persons were talking about that stuff. I know if you were aware of that. Pick up yourself, Junie, and thanks for tuning in. Right? You got Delan in the live. Thanks for being a part of the live, King. Big up yourself. Flash, here with us. We all know unexpected that what is not. Nothing new, she doing nothing. I telling you. I guess he's responding to what Melly Mel had to say right there. But listen, it's Delta 9 Media, it's Festive Fridays, and there's so many things going on right now on the ground. So many things. 2025 election is definitely one of the most trending topics because we're still waiting for official presentation and official conversation coming out of Gecom. We're still waiting for what's going on with that. We ain't hear nothing declared yet, but we're hearing a conversation coming out from the VP at his last press conference. And this is what he had to say right here.
This is what Norton has done with his leadership. And he keeps saying, he's collaborating with them now in the opposition. I saw a couple of days he's having discussion with the other parties in the opposition. I don't know what discussion about. You just need to focus on getting back your supporters. And you need a long hours and days of introspection. We warned them publicly. We did. You heard it. You heard it for yourself. I played it for you. We said it over and over. I said it many times here because we saw what was happening. Anybody with a modicum of sense would have seen this happening. We said to many of them, you'll be replaced as opposition.
Did he really just smirk while saying that? think I just missed the call. Greetings. You're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Good afternoon, sir.
Big up yourself. Over now, okay?
Yeah, man.
Mute the background. Mute the background.
I'm calling about the whole election and the result.
Yeah.
With the over, right?
Huh?
Hold on. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, but I hear an echo in the background. You got to mute it.
Them back on my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You see the thing they call SOP?
Yeah.
That's where the problem lies.
Oh.
That's in the manual counting.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear Jagdeo discuss any manual counting? How it focus on that SOP? And I've been saying this on the internet.
Mm.
The SOP is computer controlled digitally. Enter, manipulated by anybody who know how to manipulate a computer.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they are doing a manual count to see if it match up with the SOP.
Okay, so that's why people were demanding.
When was the same thing with Granger election? The SOP. He said he tabulates the SOP and the SOP this and the SOP show that he wins. Now you as a vice president, you're not the president, but you coming out and declare your win Tuesday morning after the election, and you're not Gecom. Gecom, what you call Gecom, the man that's in charge of Gecom, supposed to call him out on that. He never did, because why he placed in there and placed all of these people in place that encase today. You see? So, in this is about the manual function. What else? Once the manual come back and say, hey, you ain't get the voting in Region 4, he got jump to the SOP of Region 4. Because that's why you had all these glitches in some of the machines. Because when these glitches go on, somebody jumping and doing what they got.
I'm telling you, so Carl, you saying even with biometrics, we can still get this problem here?
Yep.
I'm telling you.
That's why this is what been said before this election. And that's the reason. I said, focus on the SOP. Not that manual thing, the SOP.
Yeah.
That's what you hear, Jack. You always talk about that. Listen, go back and check certain things, talk about the SOP. That's where it's rigging right.
Yeah.
Computer. That's how you get lost with it.
I'm telling you.
The SOP download to speak to the media.
Yeah.
So, all right, that is now. That's what you're saying. Once you go, your data enter, whoever knows about computer manipulate it could show that they win.
Okay.
And they got the money to pay the people.
Wow.
I'm out.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Thanks for calling in. See? Insightful commentary again. So, allegedly, in accordance with what we're hearing right there, even with the biometrics, we might still have a hurdle to deal with. Persons might need to be really analyzing the process with a more finer teeth comb. I'm telling you, buddy. But this is what the VP had to say about it.
We said that to the A.P.N.U people. Oh, they said, oh, you're all afraid. You're afraid. Well, here are the results. We've been watching this carefully. So, as I said before, thank you to everyone who supported the P.P.P. We will continue to work for all of Guyana. The P.P.P. won these elections with a landslide. Don't listen to these naysayers. All of them are trying to diminish the P.P.P.'s victory. Oh, we want a recount here. No, somebody didn't smile at me nicely in the polling place. Somebody took away my crown from my suit or something like that I was wearing there. You're gonna hear all sorts of stupid things like we heard before. But the results are clear, and this time the SOPs are in the hands of every Guyanese. you all have every gun. We don't have to get a torchlight to look for the SOPs any longer. We don't have to do that anymore in this country. Every single Guyanese now has access to those SOPs.
I'm telling you, Carla, like you was on to something, but this SOPs and this SOPs for real. Because we hearing this SOP conversation for real. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know, this mocking what this man going on with for this thing is just in the heart and the mind.
Huh.
I'm going to ship out this mocking about being on this television.
I telling you.
I can't take this thing, man. See and put something else, man. Please, I can't take this thing with this man on the television. Cut off this piece, put something else, man.
We can switch it up. We can switch you up. We can switch you up.
Start running for the road, putting wood and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Please put something else. I can't take this man mocking people.
I'm glad you get to see what's going on, though, at least. Let me jump into some more content for real.
It's so mockery going on. This man that make the plan from ever old. From long ago they make the plan. They know they have to make a plan to get more than half so that they could control everybody.
I telling you.
If them voted come one by one, I sure they would get this result.
It's
SOP. They come one by one. I don't know what SOP and SOP. Come get it one by one and everybody raise it up in the air, everybody see. But first of all, what the hell was this pencil doing in a boat? Pencils to the children who now going to learn to write.
Yeah.
I show adults as vote. How adults voting with pencil? What is the reason behind it?
Should be a pen. Should be a pen.
Yes. I can't take this thing. I can't take this thing. I can't take this thing as an adult. It's unacceptable. And yeah, we don't have man. Nobody can do nothing about it. No use arguing and so on. All you got to do is accept and go forward.
Real talk.
And I don't use hoping for the best because no best than to come with them. All right, have a nice night.
Thank you for calling in. Have a great rest of the night.
Okay.
See? Parsons done fed up on the 5 years and even start yet. And Parsons is even less optimistic about certain things moving in a certain direction. But guess what? This is what was going on here at the same recounting process. Some person, I can't remember the person name, but the person that commented earlier. Let me see if I could pull it back up. Right? But he was asking about, some of the processes and different discrepancies that was going on. Let me see what's going on right here. This is some of the back and forth that was going on at the recount process.
Study hard, work hard, play harder. Verb, nerve, and muscle power. Keep thinking and moving at any age. Verb, nerve, and muscle power.
That's the video of some of the boxes that allegedly were tampered with. So there's a number of different discrepancies that persons were complaining about in this 2025 elections. And we keep you updated with all the proceedings right here on Festive Fridays with Delta 9 Media.
Okay, as you could see, this box here, you could see it is tampered with. And also, you could see that the seal is tampered with. So this box is compromised. And also, this here is not full properly. So you could easily raise it up and thing it. And now we have this box here. The seal is supposed to go on first, and then the force is supposed to put on the seal. And as you could see, our seal is not on. Compared to this box here, compared to these two boxes here, our seal is on.
Those are our tampered seals.
The seal was tampered with.
Because we have a special code in the back for seals. Once it's tampered with, it shows damage. Yes. We have a special security seal that shows. Bring it out and show it correctly. So once our seal has been tampered, you can see. Yes. And that box there is blank. Yes. No P.P.P tape on that one, so they didn't have enough tape to tape back the top of it. And this is consistent with all of the boxes here. We just pointed out a few, but all of the rest of the boxes here that believed to be counted from Region 4, they all clearly show that they were tampered. And this is not the first batch. This is not the first batch. This is not the first batch.
Region 8 batch that came about an hour ago. I will have pictures. I posted them. But they're locked away in the container at the back here at the moment, so I cannot have access to show you guys. But they were tampered with. Some were without any seals completely.
And we're about to wait on the opening of the container for the Region 5 containers there, and we'll be yes, and we'll be able to check our boxes to see if they're also tampered with.
These red seals are placed by the Gecom officials at the polling stations right there on Monday. Then each party polling agent, P.P.P, A.P.N.U, WIN, A.F.C, whatever, they are then allowed to tape the ballot boxes. This one here, these red tapes were put over and they were ripped. This one is ripped, which means it's tampered with.
So we got the chance to see what's going on. So when people bullying people and them things, and you can't talk, and you're being placed in this category so that persons could blackball you, or use the person who are trying to fight down the president, and use the person who are presenting this type of narrative and them thing like we saw at the beginning of the video, we could understand, right, from seeing what's taking place right here in this video, the level of oppression and corruption was going on in that beautiful country of ours, right? Is a sad reality. Anna's saying this. These people will take this honesty to their grave by. Shake my head. And there's a sad situation in Guyana. But guess what? The thing is this, persons gotta be way more vigilant and way more present when it comes down to these systems, because Persons were asking for changes to be made to the electoral process for a while. For a while now, they were protesting in front of Gecom, but it never really snowballed in the way that definitely persons were hoping that it would. And this is the end result we got right here. So to deal with a lot of different back and forth, and a whole lot of recounting and a lot of discrepancies in the electoral process.
The recount is still ongoing, and soon, I think around 11 p.m., Gecom will aim to start the Region 5 recount. That is the truck there with the ballot boxes of the Region 5. Yeah.
So we're gonna wait to see what happens
And I will update you as we move forward.
Yes, but throughout the entire process, we see a lot of inconsistencies. Throughout all of the recount, there are tremendous inconsistencies. But all of the stations, all 25 stations, there are inconsistencies that occur on each table. And it's consistent with a lot of things.
For instance, we're finding multiple occasions where P.P.P ballots are in an envelope with WIN ballots or A.P.N.U ballots.
Yes, so we're finding that the regional ballots are mixed up with the general ballot. So the envelopes were switched. So the envelopes are
Black Eyes Shelly is saying they can't run to the US Embassy for visa. Let them face it. I'm telling you, it's a sad reality, and it's a definite situation where we can see that persons is already starting to push certain steam to people who were a part of the opposition and from different political parties, right? Gecom is in BJ and Ali pockets. That's what Delisa has to say about what's going on right here. Thank you for tuning in, Delisa, and thank you for being a part of Festive Fridays.
had the general marking, we had regional ballots inside. Those that were regional had general ballots inside. And we've had stuff like that happen. So thank you all, and stay tuned.
A natural way to stay ready, baby, because I'm ready for you, Mr. C. The ultimate male supplement, men's total wellness formula, packed with essential nutrients for men's health. She'll call you Mr. C.
Everything so we can document what was happening. What happened now? Why now we can't continue the process? We have all the videos from the we're recording freely.
What we're looking at is the back and forth that was going on, right? During the process to recount the votes for the 2025 elections.
They're not allowing them, they're putting up the boxes there. Isn't that giving you all the answers? Yes, but we got all the answers we need now. Let's retreat to the tent. Let's retreat to the tent. We have all of our answers now. Yes.
This is showing exactly what we've been saying. This is not fair election. Why they run to cover the boxes up now and pack them away when I was showing that they were tampered with? Why they run and hide it away now?
Please do not verbally abuse women here. We do not deal with disrespect of women here. Over on this side, that's perfection. Women are valued over here. Yeah, I'm in the pension right now. Women over here. Women are here.
You're wearing this shirt, right? You're wearing this shirt. Don't speak to their level. They're nasty, vindictive, criminal level. Yes, and they took them away because they were highlighting how they were tampered with. All of a sudden they're packing it away. And it shows an answer that we're all looking for, and we know.
Level. Y'all hearing? Things tampered with, getting hide away. How much can we really trust what really went down in this situation? When we heard from the commissioners and persons that were serving in the very commission that, listen, the commission might not be in a place to ensure X, Y, or Z right now. But if you want a pig in a bag, you could go forward and see if the pig is going to be good or not. And it seems like we did not get a good bite. But this is what went down right here. So you could see for yourself.
No, nobody even touched the ball. Sorry, give me
Unleash the best version of yourself with every goddess. Say goodbye to limitations and say hello to a better, stronger, healthier you.
Your statement right now, you were saying right now that once all of this fraud is uncovered, that the win party will come out victorious in these elections.
Mr. Stout, I cannot give you that answer. I can't give you an answer to that because even if the fraud is uncovered, they're going to swear in. A.F.N. Ali. A.F.N. Ali plans to swear in on Saturday. So I don't know. I can't give an answer to that.
So if all of this fraud is uncovered within the next 24 hours, are you saying that he is still going to try to get sworn in?
Yes, he's still going to try to get sworn in because.
So this swearing in is Saturday or Sunday? Like we gotta look out for either day because we hearing Melly Mel saying the swearing in should be Sunday. But then we hearing now that the swearing in might be Saturday. I'm telling her. But yet we didn't get this official declaration. That means the official declaration should be coming by this evening or we should have it at least by early Saturday morning.
They already had the perception and already gave people the perception they won the election.
Okay, but if Gecom is found at fault here, they can't. Will they still risk everything and make a declaration, even though they?
It happened in 2020. It happened in 2020, and I don't foresee it changing again, because again it happened in 2020. What one person has to do, I don't know who's there. We need a recount in Region 8. That is what we need. We need a recount in Region 8. We need a count in Region 10. Those are the regions we're asking for a recount in. Those are the regions we need a recount in.
Okay. Alrighty then. So I'm not gonna hold you up any further. I'm gonna let you go do your regular investigating that you do. And what I would like to do for the public that tune into my lives, I would like to have some information, some solid information that we can pass along. But what you're telling me right now is that you have a source in Gecom that is telling you that this election was a complete fucking fraud.
Weren't I the first person before Melly Mel and all of them?
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. I have to give you credit.
I want your viewers to know on record that I was the first one of the first person.
You were.
That message you said, listen, this election ain't go the way that persons planned that or think it would have gone.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep you on speed dial throughout the night into the morning. and hopefully sometime in the morning we can give an update, and you can give us some more information that will be revealing. But but you are standing by your word that your source inside of Gecom is telling you that she has proof that this election was completely rigged and that the win party should have been declared the winners.
Yes.
Okay. All right, boss. I will be in contact with you later on. Thank you very much for coming on with Plain Talk with Nature Boy.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. So there you have it, folks. I'm waiting for my steamed seafood and all that stuff. So, but there you go. There you have it. It's out there. It's the boxes are coming in from Region 8. They're tampered with, they've been tampered with. There's a lot of hocus pocus going on in Region 4. And someone from his side of Gecom has guaranteed that Team Mohammed has won Region 1, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Team Win has won those regions, and there's a huge discrepancy in the votes in Region 4. And if that discrepancy is fixed, there can be a swing in the P.P.P. It can be a swing from what they're predicting as far as the results. So keep your fingers crossed. Stay prayed up. And let's just wait and see what else is going to come out. Guys, I'm just reporting what I'm hearing.
8 butterfly sea moss powder. Take your daily routine to the next level. Natural vegan superfood powder. Essential multivitamin powder made just for you.
Can you give us an update? Everybody is wondering what's going on inside. Are things proceeding as expected?
They're just doing the recount. It's a long process, but it's going on. It's all right.
And are you satisfied with what you're seeing?
The process is fine.
Beautiful. Thank you, Chief. Yeah, so this is one of the individuals from the Carter Center, Selwyn Peters, renowned Canadian attorney at law. So when persons are trying to share misinformation as it relates to what's going on or how it's going on, I can tell you. So the police is on the ground. Earlier I was joking. The police is on the ground. Gecom is doing their job. They're observers. They're people from the PNC. They're people from the P.P.P. They're people from Win Mohammed's. I don't know if those people there are Venezuelans, right? But I know Mohammed has an association with the Venezuelans. I don't know if any of Maduro family members are in Guyana at this time, but we know that Mohammed is directly associated with Maduro, right? I must say, and just to make sure Mr. Trump understand clearly, I have no association with Mohammed. I have no association with Maduro because I recently see when he bombed a small boat with some drugs. And in Guyana, we're known to be hustlers. You know what I'm saying? That's my
Audrey said, I'm done. Guyana is not a real place. You can't make it up at all. You can't make it up. That's why it's got to come and present it right here so persons can see and understand. You see what I'm saying? I tell you.
This is one everybody. That's a good hustler, right? So we're known to be hustlers. Here I'm telling you, we ain't got nothing to do with them people there. So if need be, you guys need coordinates to know where Mohammed people are to drop a bomb. No problem. I will send the coordinates to you. We have nothing to do with that. So this tent, if you see any red tents, red. P.P.P are red. And sometimes they wear dark blue. So this red tent, if you're looking, if you're above with a drone, Trump, if you're above with a drone, we are here. Just look for the blue. Bomb the hell out of them. That's okay. That's okay. No problem. Sir, we agree with you. Over there, just over there, you can land a bomb. It's okay. Right? On that side, Where you see green is the PNC. They are brothers, and we forgive them.
As y'all could see, critics are here to. It seems like if critics was having a real festive Thursday way before Festive Friday, because it sounded like he had a little bit of sip going on, you know what I mean? I telling you. But that's what was going on the road. While we probably were resting up, dealing with other things, this is what was going on the ground in Guyana. As persons were trying to get to the bottom of what's really going on with 2025 elections. I wonder what really going on in Jamaica right now. Anybody in the live right now from Jamaica could tell me if Jamaica would have concluded their process and declared winners and X, Y, and Z. Drop it in the comment section. Whether it's right now in the life or if you're going to see this in the future. Let me know what really going on, because guess what? Jamaica elections was on the 3rd and Guyana elections was on the 4th. And guess what? Today is the 5th. And we still waiting for this declaration. So we gotta say there's about 4 complete days now, right?
Please don't drop a bomb there, right? The only bomb needs to be dropped is over there. Sanctioned individuals right there, right? No question asked, right? So in there is Gecom, we were doing the recount where we were going to figure out who is the next government. Well, we know who's the next government, but legitimate.
See, international flight. Big up yourself, Divine Butterfly. She's saying, my husband is from Montego Bay. Elections done, results in JLP1. Oh my God, Guyana. Oh. We had 2 days edge. You could say 3 days edge, right? And they must still come back and gap we. Elections in, elections finished, elections done, results in, and GLP1. Any big discrepancies with recount this and that? Any rebelry in the street? We ain't hearing but none of that, at least not on international media. When is this thing gonna stop, man? Let me see what's going on here, man.
We're gonna make that decision, and you guys are gonna get the oil that you want, and everybody's gonna be happy. And this young lady's from the Election Commission, although she's very elderly, she got a great back, you know, nice back and everything else. She's got it all, you know, no questions asked. So I'm saying,
I want y'all notice the disrespect spilling over into the street.
everything. Where you got laughing there, auntie? We buying out everything now. You got more thing where you give me for drink?
Yeah, look, you want how much more?
How much? So this is all win supporters over here. So
Yes, well, I do think we have to wait till the final results, the official results come out. But I can tell you we've had OFAC sanctioned individuals in governments in other places in the world, several in fact, and we find ways to work around that.
And you've had good working relations.
Yes, we've been able to achieve our objectives and the objectives of that country without any barrier. You just have to be creative in ways to work around it. We wouldn't be able to work directly with Mr. Mohammed in any sort of transaction or financial situation, but we could work with the people, the other parliamentarians. I assume he'll be in Parliament, the other parliamentarians and other people on the particular committees that we're dealing with. No, there are ways to work around it. And we will just follow the U.S. law as it prescribes working with OFAC sanctioned individuals.
How do you deal with matters of national security and so on, where you may probably sit in a committee that might be keeping your U.S. interests? How do you balance that?
Well, again, the OFAC sanctions are only financial. They deal with financial transactions. So that would, if it were national security, for example, that would not be an issue.
Unleash the best version of yourself with every goddess. Say goodbye to limitations and say hello to a better, stronger, healthier you.
The Guyana Police Force is investigating.
Not much small pockets, but me, as someone Canadian, Guyanese, I vex like yes. Like why Gecom even using pencil for ballots in 2025? Pagally movements all around GT. I telling you. Vine Butterfly says set up Pagally movement going on in GT. And it's sad that persons got draw them conclusion, but when you analyzing down, you ain't listen. Or you end up voting and you voting with a pencil. You know, it's even so wrong to even say that a person is, casting something as important and something as formal as a ballot. And then you're going to hear that it got a temporary mark on it that could be redone if a person wanted to. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah, man, big up yourself.
Then tell them, you see, this is what I'm saying again with the guy in the speaker.
Yeah.
From the first time you get in there, you see pencil, you're supposed to start by contributing. As a voter, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pencil could erase.
Yeah, every time.
But
all it is double B. Even if they tell you about, it's double B. Remember when you're writing common entrance and them think there's gay, that blue and black one, but they say it can't really get out. Even though could erase. Trust me. They got ways to get out.
But you see what I tell you? What the man focusing on, the SOP.
Yeah, you were right. You were definitely right. He was harping on that point.
This from the time that can come and I listening. You see what happened? Some of us most of us get a short memory.
Yeah.
You want to remember what you want to remember. But I would never forget how they bullied their way into the parliament. They going through the SOP. And a lot of people, when I said, what's the SOP? When I listen to this man and I hear these computers come, I said, nah. And I've been preaching for these networks.
Yeah.
Yo, forget that counting manual thing. Watch the digital thing. You see, if me could have talked to Mohammed and them, I would have cleared them away for look at. You understand? I've been saying it since last year. Late last year with this election thing, I come on last week and say, yo, them man get tired of counting. Them man are read it from the computer part. The SOP.
I tell you.
And I told you, look, you play the thing and what he said.
SOP. I tell you. Yeah.
People have to knowledge yourself. And the problem we have in Guyana right now, with black folks that they can't stay together, is a thing come from way back in Africa. We are 5 different, right?
Yeah.
5 different, what you call it, culture. Black culture reach up. You see? Where one from this part, this from this part of this culture, and this part of this culture. So they can't get along. The white man set it up, but we can't set ourselves right. That's why we jump in ship every time. You see? They jump in ship. Yes, one of them is jumping for chicken feed. But when the chicken is out, all the feed, you gotta go and get more.
Yeah.
And where you gotta get more from? The man who's selling it. And they just Jagdeo doing to all of these guys. Even to the end, if a man could have pressed the horn, what about you? You understand? What about you?
Sad reality.
And all of them who sit down, Indian, black, Amerindian, white, that live in that country, and allowing this. You can't tell somebody something and I'm going to on this show for a lot of them here. Right now, sooner or later, the black race and the Indian race going to disappear because the Chinese race going to take it over. They might have rules of Indian or black white rules, but the Chinese race going to take over the majority and own all the big. I remember coming to Guyana in 2002, and all of town had mostly Indian food store, bro. But when I came back after many years in 2021, I see they Chinese take over the thing. What happened? Now you have upset the money and you can't make more money.
Yeah.
Because why? They're giving the Chinese everything, bro.
Hey,
You
but
can't
remember
go to
this though,
China and run
Carla.
over China.
Remember this though, Carla, right? Remember back in the days, right? When they were still going through the process of indentured laborers, right? You know,
Right.
most of those documents were Asian documentation. So them man trading in GT land, you know. It's just that they're
Right.
doing it undercover and they're making sure that, you know, they continue to get the best part of the stick. They're about land. I remember Arthur
Yeah,
Chung,
but
right? Remember Arthur Chung?
Arthur Chung, yeah, the first president
Exactly.
of Guyana. I know me, I show you young than me.
Yeah, man.
And when I see a young man,
What you want to do, man?
you have to give him his role, his flower.
Yeah, yeah.
And I give you that, bro. And like I tell you before, God gave you this platform to do what you're doing.
Definitely.
And you're using it to the best of your ability, which is good. To educate, teach, and guide.
Yeah, man.
And who come on this platform don't get educated or learn something they don't want to.
Big up yourself,
I've
King.
been listening to you for a while now.
Yeah.
You've seen since last year, I popped in for you and I see what God does.
Appreciate it.
You know, but here we have a thing called tribal war. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Different tribes. We have 5 different tribes in Guyana, and black people need to do the research. You see the telephone is your information.
Mm-hmm.
Use it to get your information.
Yeah. Could get a lot of information on that cell phone.
As many of your Christian people say, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten. When God creates mankind. He creates race. He creates man.
Yeah.
Man creates race to separate the mind of people.
Yeah.
Human beings.
And guess what you say to Tokala? We can get him a name too for the person. So they can't say, oh, it's just any man. He named Walter Placker. Walter Placker. Right? Google search it. Walter Placker. One of the persons who had a big role in that same racial division and the creation in that system right there. Walter Placker. Yeah.
Look, I had an argument. Before I go there, make this last.
Yeah, man.
I had an argument with a man today. Guyanese.
Yeah.
And he telling me about Portuguese and Portuguese. I say, you know what Portuguese, the real Portuguese are? You know? Do you know what the real Portuguese are?
No.
They are white folks.
Yeah.
Those guys that look down, looking, brown skin, clear skin, they are white descent mixed with black slaves. But after they in culture, interrace with the black, they just give them their nationality, but not the recognition of where they're from. So in Guyana, they say Portuguese. Who is Portuguese?
Yeah.
Portuguese are white and black. Because they are called Portuguese because the ancestor was from Portugal. I'm out.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, King. Thanks for calling in.
Anytime.
See what Divine Butterfly is saying? Guyana is the land of 6 people. Hashtag Arawak. Arawak. See? Hey, that's why I like the commentary section on Delta 9 Media. You hear the insightful comment there that Divine Butterfly just dropped, right? Y'all hear the commentary? Land of 6 people. One of which is the Arawak, right? Same Arawak that the NJA Divine Butterfly, right? The same Arawaks. Same Nani Arawaks, right? Somehow they completely change in appearance when they end up in Guyana, which ain't making no sense. And this is what we got to talk about on Delta 9 Media as we proceed. Greetings. Greetings. You're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Delta, good afternoon. I'm calling from California.
Cali in the house. What's going on?
It's not acceptable. I am watching the ballot boxes that were tampered with.
Yeah.
This is not acceptable. We need a forensic audit. There should be no swearing in. And the next elections, we need to get it right. We need to get it right. It's gotta be biometric. It's gotta be biometric.
We want to know, you see, Divine Butterfly is saying they only get a little slight unrest in certain small pockets. Jamaica done come from the third, done do the election, done come, done declare win everything. We still dragging behind and you know what I mean?
Yes, because P.P.P. they make sure rigging takes place. And they can't come out bold and present the result. They gotta go wrong it, see how the public will accept it, and they go wrong, then they throw it in your face.
Yeah.
Bam.
But from what the VP is mentioning, he's saying that they have a larger majority than before.
No, that cannot be. That cannot be.
Well, this we saying, we make a the declaration.
When the vote was split in 3.
Yes.
You got A.P.N.U, you got Win, and you got where you get a larger majority. But then you want all the areas and all the districts, all the 10 regions you want.
Hey.
Then P.P.P wants all 10 regions, and there's not. Everybody got a statement to hold. We gotta stop accepting P.P.P with rubbish.
Yeah.
We have to.
At some point,
to stand up to them.
There has to be a confrontation over all of these things. For real.
We tired of this nonsense with them. In this day and age, when technology is prevalent and all around,
you're
doing nonsense. But the next election, I cannot see they're going into another election without biometrics in Guyana.
It would be something that wouldn't make no sense. It would be something that would make no sense.
Look at the list, blow to the list. 600 and something thousand names on the list. The population is 800 and something thousand. Children don't vote. How many people we got 18 and over?
Exactly.
Maybe 400 and something thousand, right? Children. They're telling us, they think people stupid. Thanks for listening, though. I like the show, man. Continue the good work.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, and definitely thanks for calling. Have a great one.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
All right. See, person's calling all the way from Cali to say, listen, I'm looking and I seeing what's going on, and they ain't looking right. Biometrics. A better voters list. People talking about this thing all over the world right now. This landslide victory that we were hearing about coming from the VP. I know some persons that tuning in is saying, listen, we want to hear too much of this presentation coming out from certain persons because it's just a number of lies they're hearing over and over again, which I could definitely understand. When they're saying Texas supporting, good afternoon, big up Wenda, thanks for tuning in, thanks for being a part of Festive Fridays, right here on Delta 9 Media, right? And big up the whole of Texas. Greetings. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Yes. Let me correct something you forgot.
Yeah, man.
The only way in Guyana recognize and demonstrate love, unity, and support. Demonstrate the words one people, one nation. It's only black folks. It's only black. All the other race do not recognize us a part of the situation. That's why Jagan said, black man is bottom of the land. And all people born and grow inside for you the word country, I don't know the word country. But it's easy for them. Teach them children that, and we must get the bottom of the land. One more thing before we go.
Yeah.
The Jamaican election has to be perfect. With no budgetary inside. Because man and them Gecom people, they were sending the other way. They got both parties, don't let joke with them election. Big MP, and MJ something.
JLP.
They must serious black people.
Yeah.
Those people are no nonsense come to election. They will support the party here, but then respect each other. Do the right thing, no matter who inside you.
Yeah.
Look how many Jamaicans went for my state. How many Jamaicans went to one place to go and vote? Who could vote? How many black people from America and England went to how many? Okay, when we been the card, Donald Trump, it's very funny, coming and going. But those who are in the Caribbean, who could come home?
Mm-hmm.
How many of them, they see the airport, how many could come home and vote? But we were a black man. I didn't want to talk to public places that so much nonsense. Like that, he used to go from 92 and vote, refuse my censorship, because the people that we need my support home, not for only come and tap and banana. We fought more went to one time back, 92. How many of them went to my vote? And then coming back, one judge called and said, oh, he's guilty because he never went back home and vote. But he's been done for us. Jamaican is no nonsense, but we, black people in Guyana, we are nonsense. And black to be no nonsense, come voting for your children's future is in the hands of the Indians. Why you believe Mohammed target black people? Because he was taught from very small, don't never target Tony.
Yeah, man, you right there.
This morning, I heard it about the big brother. He said, don't target the sheep, my people, my day. Target black man day. I couldn't live with that word for this day. Last before we go, nobody in the memory of this world, that Indian Prime Minister, he come on vacation, he come to remind his people that these are his words, that this little India, like a dangerous words. He come and tell us that we have to keep your wealth in our hands. Don't give up your wealth. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling in. Flash definitely giving us some insights and his own perspective on certain things. What are your views, Delta 9 family? It's Festive Fridays as we jump into the weekend. Who had a birthday this week? Who celebrated an anniversary this week? Let's shout you out right here on Festive Friday. Let's definitely do that. Drop it into the comment section in the future or drop it into the live comments now. Let's shout you out right here on Festive Fridays on Delta 9 Media. Right? Oren is saying, good afternoon, Delta 9. While we are saying that God will fight for you and leave it to God, the devil cheated, created havoc in Gecom. Telling you, there's a situation going on, right? A definite one going on in Guyana with this whole Recount process and Gecom and all of this back and forth. Every election that I've ever had to pay attention to or paid good attention to, which is definitely most or all of them, it's always got some type of discrepancy going on. Always some back and forth. Sometimes it gets worse. And that's why I was talking about it and saying, man, I definitely don't want to see this turn into nothing like what it used to be in the past, where persons are out in the street and people getting hurt and them things. That's never a good thing. It's never a good thing to see your own people going against one another, all because of trying to have a better life and access to certain resources. We want government and persons in place and people in power that's going to be for all the people. It's not enough for everybody. You ain't got enough work for do acting like if it's a million or a couple million of people in New York, who people is calling Region 11. Because as you know, Guyanese is the 5th largest demographic. The 5th largest demographic in New York is Guyanese, right? So when you analyze that, you say, but wait, it's so many way out of the country, yeah. And persons is really looking to see that there's a holistic type of movement going on in Guyana where persons of all descent, persons of all creed, persons of all religions can have access to the resources that they deserve to be a part of because they are by right Guyanese, right? No fight down, no victimization. Why must it be like that? That don't make no sense. You don't need to have them type of situations to need politics. Persons would always have different in perspectives and persons gonna always want to move this way before they go that way. But we don't got to divide one another along racial lines and divide one another along religious lines and divide one another along all type of thing that now the children them now got to come and break down and decode. You left in the same burden upon them. The same burden upon them. We come and watch all the persons that we fighting against one another. Right? And when I used to go to school, primary school, high school and them thing, I was glad it's probably one of my classmates or one of them would call it in one of these days. Because I never think that it would come and it would be so grown and you would see the same things going on. But then you start to realize that the change that you get is the change that you initiate or help to uphold. Change don't come just so. It calls for participation from all of us, all of we, right? Not just one race, not just one demographic. Everybody got to say, look, enough is enough of this. When you come in and you're running the country, everybody got to get take care because it's not just a 5-year thing. You want persons to have a real flow of progress, right? You don't want the same thing either. You want respect people too. You don't want disrespecting people in the media and in the public. How does it look? You're a big boy, so I talk to you anyhow, even though a man humble himself and put an honor upon me name. When the only thing that man supposed to be honoring is the Most High and God, right? The man give you your respect, and you're still disrespecting the man on the job, right in front of your peers and them things. This is the type of thing that we don't want to see. We want to see persons that understand that use the person in power, so that person don't find themselves under your superior power because you by right were elected to that office, right? At that time. And we're still awaiting the results about this time. But let me hear what's going on here so with Doggy on this panel because there was a very spirited conversation that I think we should be updated with.
The biggest thing that our country downfall stands on is loyalty, bro, and understanding. Some people are going to want it and some is not. I'm telling you, Guyana is what I can do for you and you can do for me, and we going to get this piece of this pie. Fuck the rest, let them take crumbs. It's been like that for years.
Been like that for years, and it's a lot like that right now. Michelle is saying, well, if Guyanese citizens accept this blatant attempt to rig the elections, they deserve everything they get over the next 5 years. Only God can help. And Michelle, there's a sticky situation, a very sticky situation, especially for persons on the ground right now because they got to analyze it in a real way. Because they got to look at it like, all right, if they were to go out in the street right now to protest and to make sure that they make a stand in any manner, it got to be a unified stand. If it's not unified, then the nails that stick out are going to get hammered. If it's not a unified front, the nails that stick out are going to get hammered. Right? I can just put it so, to put it lightly.
Only way we're going to get change is if everybody come together, and that's going to be the biggest task for every Guyanese. I see people in the comments talking about, oh, you live in America and you live in, it doesn't matter where we live at. When we go home, the amount of money we spend in that country is crazy to me. I spend more money.
Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Yeah, Delta, good night to you and everyone. Let me tell you something. Nobody is powerful than God.
Exactly.
It says, vengeance is mine. You understand? I will recompense you. You understand? And weeping may endure for the night, but joy in the morrow. You understand? We might say God's slow, but He's sure. is very sure. Nobody is powerful than him. So that is what, and one other thing I want to say, what I bet this online is
Yeah.
everybody should have gone out to vote. It is counted. You can't just stay away and want things to happen. That's the thing about it. I'm annoyed with that guy. Okay, bye.
All right, thanks for calling and have a good one, all right? Yeah. See? People chiming in on what's going on over here. Because it's important that we pay attention to this. Thanks for tuning in. Divine Butterfly is saying this. Orin, she's actually responding to something that Orin had to say. She's saying, God and the devil are one in the same. It's all perspective, principle of polarity. We need to match the energy we get. This caller is very passionate. I love what they are saying. Insightful commentary coming out of the Delta 9 family. Always an interesting life, always something to learn, always some insightful comments, insightful callers. I really appreciate spending time with you right here on Festive Fridays. Is Delta 9 Media, buddy. And Lanzel is saying, good evening, Delta 9. My birthday was Monday. Big up yourself. Virgo in the house. Hey, Lanzel, you're part of the Virgo clan, right? Virgo is some special persons, man. Definitely, we take it to a whole different level when we analyzing certain things. We like to get to the bottom of everything that we're going to be a part of. We want to make sure that we perfect it and put it out in the best possible manner, right? Big up yourself, Lanzel, and happy belated to you, and I hope that you're making sure that you do something on the weekend, right? Virgo season, big up to all the Virgos in the house, all right? Lanzel. Keith, thanks for being a part of the live. Keith is saying there's real talk. Audrey is saying, I said before, if Guyana didn't have any oil, all these countries would have never paid us any mind. Well, if you're old enough to remember, you're going to know that we never used to see much persons even coming to Guyana, like tourism and stuff like that. But the oil and the industry has opened up the doors to a lot of things, right? With some good and some bad, you know. But it's clear we see that definitely the attention is coming from, you know, persons looking to get access to certain things. Greetings and welcome into the live. Thanks for tuning in. Flash Garden is saying the PNC time. Alright, and I read the one in. They got too much words in it, Flash. Let me try to keep it down with the C words in the comment section. We respect one another, buddy. There's words that we could use, right? That could refer to we brothers and sisters. All of we brothers and sisters, them is not laborers and cart pullers and them thing, you know. Very insightful people, even some of them that are part of my family. Like I come from a multiracial family. That's why I say, man, we just keep it respectful of one another and show love to one another. It don't make no sense. Hate is what draining me. Love is the strongest thing. And that's the thing that's going to help us to overcome all of these hurdles. And when we realize that, we can see all of them things as joke. I could find a word that is going to glorify me brother or me sister every time I speak to them. Because it make no sense that I should speak to them in no derogatory way. And that's why I keep it like the over here on Delta 9. Then as ask persons, they don't disrespect people in the comments and don't use certain terms that's going to make people feel certain way. That's not what this is about. You know, this is not what this channel is about at all, man. Happy birthday, Virgo gang. Yeah, definitely. Virgo is in the house. Pick up yourself. Right? A special demographic of people. Keith is saying Fargo as well, September 3rd. So Keith, you saying you had one. You celebrated on the 3rd. Big up yourself, Keith, if that's what you're saying. Happy belated to you as well, right? Not a Virgo in the house. What? That's good to know, man. I'm a warrior. I was not speaking. I made a comment. Oh, there's somebody responding to somebody there. Let's proceed with what's going on right there. Happy birthday to all Virgos like me. Junie! Hey, big up yourself, Junie. Yeah, hey. Yes, man, there's a lot of Virgos in the house. All y'all know it's a Virgo as well, you know. My birthday would have passed recently. August. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Big up all the Virgos in the house.
Guyana, I'm in America. And I'm like, it's no hope. It's supposed to be less. It's supposed to be less, right? But guess what? There's no control over certain things, right? There's no control over it. But in order for us to change, bro, we got to be together. All I'm saying, whoever goes in there for the next 5 years, I just pray that the world's open up and expose a lot of things, and Guyanese could benefit from it on a positive level. Whether it's
all Guyanese, not just Guyanese, all Guyanese.
Whether it's P.P.P, A.P.N.U, I don't give a fuck who goes in there, bro. Things need to get done right. And in order for things to change, Guyanese has to be ready to work for it and not do this. Everybody wants this. Everybody wants this. A lot of people are not willing to go on the ground and put in the work to get change. Right? This election, if P.P.P wins, shame. Everybody crying, we want them out there robbing we, they're doing this. Why don't you go put in the groundwork? Why don't you stand up for what's right?
Brother's making a very valid point. But guess what? Sometimes persons might find themselves in all types of situations when they're on the ground in Guyana. And I know the speaker would have been in one of them very situations himself, because I have covered it right here on this channel. So sometimes it's not that people want to go home, it's that people choose not to because of situations that some of them might face while on the ground, because of certain corrupted systems that are not being fixed. Persons need to know that they're safe when they're there. Persons need to know that they won't be harmed when they're there because of vindictive persons in power and all types of other things. You know what I mean? You see what KGM is saying? The so-called international community is about interest, not democracy. And there's not something that a lot of persons would doubt, because countries is usually about their interests. They don't really contemplating that much about the regular person in the street and about the systems. They're caring about the benefits that they're gonna garner, right? I am Warrior saying this. I'm enjoying the show. Thank you. But keep learning. Knowledge is power. No Jesus, no peace. Definitely. I am Warrior. Thanks for tuning in. My mother birthday is hey, Flash. You mother's a Virgo too, Flash. My mom is a Virgo as well, Flash. Big up. 89. Wow. That's a good full amount of years right there. That's a number of years. 89 great years. Definitely make sure that you make it as special as you can for your mom, right? My mom's birthday, 89 tomorrow. She said to me, as long as God wake her up, 1st of September, she will be going and vote for Mr. Norton. Man who keep Mr. Burnham Foundation strong. Telling you, big up Flash, and definitely make sure that you celebrate with mom tomorrow for the 89th. My daughter and my sister birthday is today. Big up Junior, I got big celebration going on over there. Sometimes it'll be so nice when you got persons that, you know, birthdays are close in the family. I remember when I was young, I had a cousin. He got same birthdays. Well, birthdays are close, same month, right? Sometimes we'd come together and we'd keep party together and get one big party, either earlier in the year, either earlier in the month or later in the month. But we used to keep a nice big party every August time. So you know, every August time before you go back to school, party by week. Yeah, and then you can talk about the party first day of school. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 July.
That's how my husband is a 17. He's a Virgo. So I
Okay.
said, let me call and say that.
Yeah, yeah. Big up to your husband, Virgo on the 17th.
Yeah.
All right.
Kirk Douglas.
Kirk Douglas. All right.
Kirk.
Kirk.
Right.
All right. Send out special greetings to him then. All right, she jump up. Special greetings to Kirk Douglas celebrating his birthday on the 17th. Another Virgo, right? Virgo gang, Virgo season. And we celebrating. We celebrating right now. It's Festive Fridays. Festive Fridays. See Junie saying? She get big party going on today. Right? Big party going on today all weekend. Party time, birthdays. Carlisle, shalom. Shalom to you, bro. Shalom, peace to you and yours, Carlisle. Thanks for tuning in. James is saying, they are not Caribbean. No oil for Guyana. Why? Why they have to give to the Caribbean people country all the... Alright. That's a bit hard for me to read out. All the country in the Caribbean, Dr. 9 or Delta 9. I don't understand right now was there. I'm gonna come back to it. A government is supposed to work for all the people in the country, but the people who control the government don't see it like that. That's why the people are angry. See what Audrey's pointing out right there? Persons are upset, and apparently that's the reason, because of the way that the country is being run. P.P.P, Delta 9 family, big up. Flash Garden, big up your mama. Say big up to 89 years old, right? More strength, more power, more health. All right. Junie, see, P.P.P's bigging up everybody who had special birthdays in the past. All the Virgos in the house. Junie, daughter and sister. Same way Team Delta sending special greetings to you all. Right? Big up yourself, P.P.P. Thanks for tuning in. Happy 89th to Mama Flash Garden. I am Warrior sending greetings to Mama Flash Garden on the 89th. I'm telling you, there's a lot of persons celebrating today, and we're definitely sending you all greetings and hoping that you have a festive time, buddy. One time, one life, right? And you definitely should make the most of every single day. Make it special. Every day is one of a kind. One of a kind. Same to you, brother. Big up yourself, Carlisle. As a Guyanese, I can't wait till Christmas to make pepper pot. I'm cooking that now and listening in to this amazing show. New subscriber, thanks for subscribing, Divine Butterfly, and thanks for definitely tuning in and making us a part of your evening, right? It's definitely a thing that, why I laugh is because that's something that my mom would do. She would cook pepper pot any time of the year. You know what I mean? And we would just got up boiling. And if you just add in a different beef and you got it right there, through the whole year. So sometimes you get the Christmas time, and you don't even really too fussy for pepper pot. Can't be eating it all the time, And sure enough, Guyanese is there for real. You just feel for that flavor, right? And to me, that's make a nice stew, Yeah, that is make a nice stew. Go nice with your bread, your rice. Sometimes eat it all with provision and then thing. Kim is saying, good night, my son, Kino. Washington, birthday. Big up yourself, Kino. On the 28th. See, I'm not a Virgo. August, right? All the way connected and watching from Guyana, Bartica, Essequibo River. Big up the whole Bartica crew. Big up the whole of GT right now, right? All my brothers and sisters in GT, big up yourself. Definitely. And a special greeting to Keno Washington, who would have celebrated his birthday on the 28th. It's Festive Fridays, buddy, and it's Virgo seasons. Big up to all the Virgos in the house who got birthdays coming up. I know my mom got a birthday coming up. Her birthday is on the 21st. Actually, no, that's my dad's birthday is on the 21st. Rising power to him. My mom's birthday is on the 20th. You see that? One day apart, mother and father, right? 20th, 21st. And even crazier, my son's birthday now is on the same 20th of September like my mom. So there's a whole lot of Virgos, right? Virgos. Belinda is saying, Virgo in the house again. You see, hey, what's going on? This life is special, man. This is a special life. You see, watch. Belinda is saying Virgo 22nd, my sisters the 12th, my aunts the 3rd, the 13th, my cousins the 2nd, the 6th, and the 7th. Listen, this is one of the wealthiest groups we're in right there because you know Virgos, we always somehow find ourselves among, as long as we find ourselves, we're going to always be some affluent people, right? Easygoing, down to earth, respectful, mannerable, and but most of all, there's a lot of wealth that goes along with Virgos. So that's a wealthy crew, Belinda. Look at the amount of Virgos. Big up to everybody that would have celebrated and everybody that got a birthday coming up, right, Belinda? And thanks for tuning in. That is a blessing. I will be 65 next month. Big up yourself, Flash. 65th coming up. Take it easy, buddy. And relax. Enjoy them days, right? And enjoy that special occasion that you got coming up with your mom even more. Wayne. Big up yourself. Thanks for tuning in. First time connecting to this program. I'm new. Kim. Welcome and thanks for being a part, right? And make sure you subscribe before you go, Kim, so you're gonna know next time when this flight is taking off, all right? Watching from Bartica Essequibo River. All right. Audrey is saying yes. You can cook pepper pot any time of the day. Wrong. Any time of the year, wrong. I can eat a little when it's finished. And after that, that is it for me. Yeah. I like pepper pot. Sometimes it's good to have some around because you never know. But to be honest with you, Virgos are very dominating people. That's what Audrey is saying. How many Virgos you know, man, Audrey? We don't all be very dominating. We don't always be dominating, but we're very strong-headed when we know certain things. When we understand certain things, we don't take it lightly to certain. But watch, and we always take it to another level with understanding and getting to the bottom of certain things. So sometimes that might be the thing, but it might be a situation that you might know exactly what you're talking about in that particular aspect with the domination from that person, right? Who knows? But big up to all the Virgos in the house. It's Virgo season and it's Festive Fridays, and we definitely shouting out everybody that would have had a birthday, anniversary, or will be celebrating one in the week that's up ahead of us. All right, it's Festive Fridays, man. What's going on your side of the globe? This is what's going on right now in GT. Persons are having real conversations about the elections, about everything that is going on in the country right now, about the policies, about access to certain things, all kind of conversations, and young people too. Not just the old folks or the grown people, younger persons too is looking and saying, hey, my country got great potential. This is how I feel about this. International or local, youths are gathering and having real conversation, and this is what's being said.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
It doesn't matter if people in America live in America who don't come down to vote. Us flying down to vote, economic doesn't make any fucking sense to us. It's $800 to $700 for a ticket. There's enough people in Guyana to change Guyana. Maybe when you do that, people will start coming back home. They said the population is 700 and something thousand. How much people voted in total? 300 and something? Or 400 and something? Where is the rest of the people?
That's true. That's
All right,
Where is the rest of the people?
from the last election.
Where is the rest of the people? I thought the numbers would have been, I thought this election this year would have been crazy, like 600 and some thousand people vote because everybody's so-called fed up. Everybody's tired of Ali and Jagdeo and this and that.
Let me interject
Come on, man. Come on, man.
All right. Let me
good morning, yes.
Morning.
Yes.
I'm Dobby. Morning, brother. All right. I used to be in the US, I used to be in Guyana. I used to be mostly, I be back and forth. So I be in Guyana more than I be in the US too. And I live in America. However,
okay.
People gotta understand Guyana system. You understand? I mean, a lot of people are just forgetting this country in Guyana.
Exactly.
First of all, let me start with Gecom. Gecom supposed to listen to the words I'm using. Gecom supposed to be an independent body, right? Supposed to be, right? Good, but they're not. Why? It's because of the corruption in the country. Now you gotta look at. To me, in this election here, it doesn't matter how many people come out and vote. I don't think the numbers would have changed or the results would have changed. Why? It's because Gecom is also a part of the corruption. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Gecom is a part of the corruption, bro. And people fail to realize
Gecom is to be blamed.
Right. So people say, oh, people come out and vote. Listen to me. The reason why a lot of people did not come out and vote in this election is because they already know whether you vote or you vote not, you can get the same results. And that is bad. Yeah. That is terrible for a country when people don't have no trust in the system.
Yes.
So
let me tell you why Gecom is a sellout. Hold on. Let me tell you why. Yeah. Let me tell you why Gecom is a sellout, right? When I can see Palestinians voting, 13 Palestinians voting, Chinese voting, Nigerians fucking voting, and Gecom know this is wrong. It's totally wrong. It is totally wrong.
Doggy, listen to me, but you know why I'm
encouraging that.
Yes.
There's a red flag. There's a red flag. It's a red flag.
It is. I agree with you 100%. But listen to this.
Gecom said, look, Gecom put out a statement, Major. Oh, your cell phone is not allowed in there. I like my cell phone left in my car. I see P.P.P supporters taking out pictures in there with a cell phone and posting up.
Agree. I agree with you 100%.
Look at it from this angle. Gecom is some fucking grass.
Right. Now, Gecom is a part of it. Even to the police force, the Guyana police force is a part of it also. Yo, let me tell you something, guys. It's a lot of squad that rich and spy in this election, bro. And the people who you would expect for dude to be professional, they're not.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine the police force. Hold on. Imagine the police force is so corrupt. You can't even trust you can't even trust the Guyana police force. Why? Because it starts from the top. And the top pass the order to the small man them. And the small man them got carry the orders. They don't have a choice.
Yes.
So the victimization in this country is rampant, bro. Number two. Number two. They already put every system in place in case they gotta go to the court. You understand? They are the court. Everything they get everything under control. That show you how this country is so bad right now. It's bad. And we as a nation, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. As much as this money gonna keep coming into the country, if the rich gonna get richer, why the poor is gonna stay suffering? That's not gonna change under this administration. The way how I see it, the only way this country is gonna get changed, you have to get a minority government. Right? And PP does not want that. PP not one way. The way they know it is their way or no way. Where's their way? Stealing. I bet in their life, friends, family, and favorite. That's all they know. They don't know no other way. If we, let me tell you something, you see we black people,
we's the cause of this too. Because a lot of us is a part of this shit too, bro. A lot of us, a lot of black people in this country is part of that shit, bro. And, yo, and it's sad that I even got set up. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that them words that I even cut off people, but it's facts. A lot of black people like, let me tell you something. People don't want change in this country, bro. They does not want change in Guyana. You know what they like? They like what's going on right now. Man, a man get a $10 million contract, you go buy a car, you go flashy body. Yeah, there's a black people like they see right in front of their nose. They see right in front of their nose, bro. The women them, to me, in Guyana right now, the women them is more stronger than the men them in this country. The men them is sell out, bro. Don't trust a lot of these niggas in this country, bro. That man would sell you out for a shilling.
Dark reality. Dark reality on the ground. On the ground right now in Guyana. So much going on. Plenty enough. But they are good-hearted people. Yeah, man. You have to present to buy. Which one will be expensive? Yeah. See what Flash Garden is saying? Virgo people are very brilliant. Big up yourself, Flash. Flash is saying Virgo people could save $1. Hey, we always get money somewhere stashed for real. And best believe there's a stash somewhere. I am warrior saying minority government or no P.P.P. This clip saying everything I've been thinking. I'm telling you. See? More people is agreeing with what Parsons is saying on the panel right there with Davy. I am warrior saying it's a minority government or no P.P.P. This man is speaking facts. See, Carlisle is saying the same thing too. You see? We hear some more of what's being said right here.
Can I please say something real quick, please, my brother?
Go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt you, right? But yo, you got some valid points, right? And I always have these type of topics on TikTok a lot, you feel me? And these conversations and shit. And people always say stuff like, oh, you know, you're too harsh or whatever. But in all reality, bro, it's facts that you're talking. But let me just say this, doggy. Teds, right? Teds just came up here. I gave my spot to Teds, right? He came up and he said something. Muhammad, Jay, leave him. It's okay, I got him. Teds came up here and he said, you know, he won't blame Muhammad for hiding his strategies and not speaking at all, right? For one, because people, P.P.P and everybody watching the one T wherever he got planned, that's one. And then second reason we mentioned, he said, what he used as evidence backdative is something that I always say. Example, you got kids, all kids are different, they learn different, they speak different, they think different. So that's what he used. But let me just say this, Tez, right? That's the worst thing you could ever use as a backdative. Kids are not adults, number one. Number two, we're not talking about a civilian in society, we're talking about a politician. Now, a politician is not a civilian. When you're running for something or you're doing something for a cause or being a leader, you to be held at a certain standard, a certain liability, and a certain expectation, right? You're a leader, you're trying to be a leader, you're running for government. You're not a civilian, you're no longer a civilian, you can't move as a civilian. So you can't come out and say, oh, you know what? Well, people teaching me ideas, I can't talk. Well, bro, you're obligated to, you have to, it's mandatory, right? That's number one. And number two, being as though Doggy, I want you to listen to me, Doggy, right? Ted just come up and said, right? And you agree that Muhammad ain't talk, Muhammad and disclose what he's doing because, you know what, people gonna teach the idea, right or wrong, Doggy? Yeah. Good, right?
Yeah.
So now we all can agree, right? This is the we all decision right now, right? So we all can agree that Muhammad didn't speak because he frightened the people or whatever the reason is. He didn't speak a lot. Agreed? Good.
I disagree.
No, okay, that's fine.
I'm telling you. So Parsons is still looking for more from Win. Conversation is deep, insightful, but you know what's even more impactful? That is young people interested in what's going on in the country. And that right there is a powerful, powerful thing. Definitely, every single person, if you haven't already taken a couple of seconds, please take a couple of seconds to do so, ladies and gentlemen. Thumbs up this live so that everybody will be able to see it pop up in the algorithm and be updated with everything that we would have discussed and presented right here on Festive Fridays with Delta 9 Media, right? See what Keith is saying? Pick up yourself, Keith. Thanks for tuning in and being a part of this live presentation. Let's jump back into some of what's going on the street because we're going to see high-ranking officials right here out and about in the streets of Georgetown dealing with this recount that was going down. Let me see if some of these familiar faces we know them or if they're recognizable. Let me see what's going on right here tonight, family.
Yeah, well, normally in protest times, you got a lot of nice people making noise. The only noise that making is weed generator. So why attack? I can't lie. You go there, there's a P.P.P generator giving light. Mohammed's prayers have been converted. They are peaceful. But I don't know if they're normally peaceful. But I tell them before I come in, cross the fucking line. When I come in, watch. This is not no joke. This is not no joke. Watch. You see?
Big up yourself, Divine Butterfly. I'm still listening. Pepper pot done. Eating it with 2 duff. I'm telling you. Enjoy. Thanks for tuning in yet again, right? Listen, I want y'all look and see, right? It's Festive Fridays, but sometimes we gotta look and see, you know. I want y'all look and see how people is inciting and looking for problems. Now you tell me which sensible, wise person that is not looking for trouble is gonna go out in the streets in Guyana of all places around election time and do something like this. If you ain't looking for start a problem with people, you already know how it is be around election times. We're trying to make sure that things continue to be mild. We want to make a situation where it's free and fair elections and people ain't got to come out in the street and fight just so they can be free and fair elections and they can really have persons in power in accordance with who they would have elected, right? We don't want that. We want the elections to be free and fair, easy transition of power if necessary, and whatever is the case that got to take place. But when you're going to be a person of age, you don't know what's going on, and you're going to come out in the street and say things like this. It seems like if persons is really looking for problems, the problems that, you know, nobody don't want to see. At least I can speak for me. I don't want to see happen in the beautiful, beautiful country. You don't need to. People are living in peace all year. Whole 3.5, 4 years, 4.5, till they reach down to the part for the promotions for elections and the campaigning, and then this is start.
I got a line there. What I got a line there? I tell them when I come here, what I said cross the fucking line. Because I'm telling y'all, I gave Muhammad scripters over the line there for staying inside, right? And the people are so decent. No, I look like I just scripted. Watch. I look like I just scripted. I look like I the bad one. They're supposed to come and be bad. Listen to me. Y'all remember the days when Fardak was murdered? Y'all remember the days when Walter Raddy was murdered? You know who murdered him? Watch them people over there. Them fucking people. Them people quiet like church mouse. If you go over there and drop a pin, you would hear it. There's the PNC crew. This says Mohammed Venezuelan crew. You understand? And the P.P.P, they're song violent, but they're just laughing. It's just they laugh song violent. You understand? And the loudest thing wrong is the generator. You understand? I kid you not. I'm making no joke with y'all. I wouldn't lie to you.
5 minutes, 5 minutes. Look, come right and just want a little bit. 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Everything's going well.
So, Mr. NEWSROOM, everybody's out here and they're concerned. It's basically a concern. What can you tell people to calm them down?
Well, the important thing is that the process is moving a little slowly. We expected it to move with greater alacrity, but it's moving. The process is transparent. Everyone is having a full and open up.
See what Audrey is saying? Critics like problem. I can't stand this big old chimp. Well, I not read out the part. They tell me want, put no type of thing on the name. Leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? Say critics like problems. I just can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? He just always putting himself in a predicament that's gonna put other people in danger. Cause when the problem gonna start, it's not you alone gonna name it, it's everybody out there. Everybody out there. And the persons who are on the street all who just come to do their work as law enforcement, who looking for get dirty, looking for go home, having to deal with all of them things, and gotta be a part of the two. It's not necessary. Not at all.
Opportunity to participate. And perhaps the most important thing is that the results are largely being confirmed. In other words, there's hardly any change. So whatever votes were on the statements of poll at the polling station, that is what is being corroborated now and confirmed. And so we are on our way to achieve the same results which was uploaded on the website.
Thank you, Attorney General. So you have heard from the Attorney General himself.
Next hour, some doggy, I'll wait all night. I'll wait all night that come. Yes, this guy.
Samsung, keeping us connected no matter where in the world we're located.
So guys, the People Progressive Party happened to
see what Divine Butterfly is saying? Well, she's answering back somebody. They're having a conversation in the comment section. Critics is very disrespectful, just like Ali. That's what Carol is pointing out. Big up yourself, Carol. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, sometimes them things they're unnecessary at all. Because it can just cause the friction and them thing and problems and them thing in the street. And when the problems start, regular people will come out just to do the little work and go back home. I'm talking about law enforcement. Our brothers in uniform, right? Our sisters in uniform. They now gotta come out and break up problem. They gotta know what to guard themselves from getting hurt. All kind of thing for what? Because you want, you know what I mean? Put out certain type of energy that's only gonna bring certain type of energy back. It don't make no sense. You know?
cheat again. And this time, they cheat in the most horrible way ever. They brought people into this country to vote. People who had no right voting suddenly get ID cards this year. You understand? People are not Guyanese get ID card. And then some of the voting happened at people's houses. And then if that wasn't bad, some of the ballot box was missing. And then if it is more bad, some came open and tampered with. And then thousands of votes cannot be counted. You understand? Because they claim it's damaged. Guys, this election is rigged. And I am telling you guys, watch out for President Ali going and do his swearing, because the P.P.P government have been doing what they want to do for a long time. Now, the sad part is that Afro-Guyanese, you guys are a shame and a disgrace. You guys have, oh Lord, you guys, you guys are disgraceful. You're out complaining now and you have all this problem when you are the person that destroy PNC. You break it down, you mash it up, and you destroy it. and you think that Win could have won an election, right? The majority of the Guyanese did not come out to vote. Half of the Guyanese did not come out to vote. So why you think is that? Because they're fed up. They are fed up, so they decide to stay home and do not vote. And guys, you know, Jehovah's Witness don't vote too, so they didn't come out to vote. So there's a lot of people who did not vote. But however, the voting happened whether Guyanese vote or vote not, because these foreigners with ID card, they vote. So, let's just watch and see what's going to happen here. And if you're going to wake up tomorrow and hear President Ali start his next term, however, the ballot box are being recounted, and then next year here they're going to do like the last election and say they find 13,000 add on to them or 14,000 more add on to them. Oh yeah, all that happened. So let's just see the whole confusion. But either way you look at it, P.P.P government have no intention of stepping down. They own Guyana and they want to stay right in there. And for you African Guyanese who are following these people, y'all, they're coming. Let's just watch the whole shebang and see what's going on. Have a blessed night.
I want to say this. I don't call Mr. Jordan. I did say this is a special program for Mr. Jordan. Right? There's so many things I can address on this program. Somebody is asking if on elections day they weren't agents present in the booth. Yes, they were agents. But again, the presiding officers were the presiding officers. They control the polling station. Hey, you really have to be very, very strong to deal with them. Because every single one of them, if you ask me, came directly from Freedom House. They were even prepared to argue and fight with the returning officer to defend the P.P.P. The first thing as an agent or an assistant agent, whatever my portfolio was on election day, I don't pay attention to titles, so yeah, forgive me. I just put on the badge and I walk through. First thing I recognize in majority of the polling stations at Monrepo Primary Health Center, Old Health Center, and Nursery. The poll stations were not set in keeping with Gecom's rules, in that when the voter goes into the poll booth, you're supposed to at least see their back. You don't want to see how they're voting, but you want to see their back, so as to ensure they won't be using a phone or etc.
Another person complaining about more discrepancies in the system, right? People are exposing what's going on.
All of those booths, most of those booths, were set in such a way that a voter was facing the agents, and so you couldn't really see what was happening in the booths. And so I started pointing out immediately, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. I want it fixed, otherwise I'm not going to stand up here till it fixed, etc., etc., etc. There was this particular Rastafarian girl, but at least she had dreadlocks, that was prepared to fight, at least verbally, to keep it the way it was. I went and I got the returning officer, whoever he was that was responsible for the whole entire operation there. He came, he agreed, he changed it. And she had the temerity to adjust it to suit herself. I'm just showing you the difficulties you had in those polling stations.
Big up yourself, who me? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of the live. It's Festive Fridays right here on Delta 9 Media. And we're listening to our brother Kadaki explaining to us some of the things that he would have experienced while he was partaking and playing a real active part in the 2025 elections. Let's listen to what our brother got to say.
And so those maybe young people, inexperienced people self who were there fearful in the first place that they young black girl, young black boy operating in a P.P.P stronghold, and you got P.P.P people up and down and in the returning officers against them and so on. It's like you're fighting 5 people in a police station, you know. And so when they object to a vote, a ballot, and the presiding officer who has the final say, well, it's valid, it's valid. What else you could do about that? I had to leave the area to go to another community so that one of my agents could have voted before they closed the poll. When I came back, polls were closed already. And I met one of our representatives, or one of our agents outside of the gate of the Monroe primary. What are you doing here, girl? They say I'm not a counting agent, so I can't stay. The same Rastafarian girl or dreadlocked young lady basically instructed her to leave the polling station because she ain't got no letter that says she is a counting agent. When Gecom rule says that if you are the agent in the polling station up to the end of
Carol is saying this election wasn't free nor fair. Too much irregularities, right? And you know what? The commissioners was pointing that out before elections even went down. Carol, to be honest with you, he was saying that there's no way that Gecom could guarantee, you know, and there's no way that they can guarantee free and fair elections. You'd be actually getting a pig in a bag. So you'd be hoping that is a good pig you get in the bag. And why would you want to hope when it's something as important as elections? I'm trying to paraphrase as best as I can with what the commissioner was saying. We covered it right here. He was saying it before the elections went down, buddy. And then when the elections went down, look who we get. Look who we end up with. Till now, no real declarations.
Closed and you have not been removed by your party, you automatically become the counting agent. And so I said, let's go. We went back into the polling place. And the presiding officer was resistant. She even told the police to lock me out, shut the door in my face. I went to the returning officer. He said, but Mr. Amsterdam, this can't be so. I sent these people a message since early in the day explaining that to them. He showed me the message. He went to her. He asked her if she didn't read the message. She didn't read the message. She didn't know. So we had to pay for her ignorance because the count was proceeding. I demanded that the count be restarted in the presence of my agent. She resisted. The returning officer had to call one of the seniors for that instruction to be accepted from this girl.
See what Kim is saying? Yeah. Because Gecom is a part of the whole rigging. You understand? The whole rigging, allegedly. That would have went down. That would have went down. I'm telling you, person is able to see it and analyze it and realize is what's really taking place. All these people can be wrong and Gecom right, buddy. All these people can be wrong and Gecom is right. Sure win, big up yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Dennis P saying, y'all yet still crying. Ha 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 ha. Big up yourself, Dennis. It seems like there's a team red member in the house. Thanks for tuning in, King. Thanks for being a part of the live. He's saying that persons is out there crying, and obviously because they might have not gotten the results that they were hoping for. Bridget is saying that Guyana was not fully prepared for these elections, right? The commissioner them even said it. But this is where we get. This is where we're at right now. Thanks for tuning in, Bridget. No, just listening. Thanks for tuning in, Dennis. Carol, thanks for being a part of the live. Thanks for tuning in, Carol. Sharon, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of Festive Fridays right here on Delta 9 Media.
Y'all understand the difficulties that we face in elections? Everybody like say, but every party had an agenda, how this happen or how that happen. Because at the end of the day, the authority that is given to the returning officer, the PO, presiding officer, is like them is God and them is God only. Nobody else could say anything.
That's sad.
Understand that? At the end of the process, she was one of the last ones to turn out her box. As I said, she aggressive and she arrogant, but like she no maths. The question is whether or not is she no maths or she was cooking figures. So those are just some of the challenges. I says Mr. Jordan Morning, let me call him. I mean, I said it since the joint services voted.
I'm hoping that we come to some conclusion, and the conclusion is a conclusion that don't find too many persons at odds, because we know not everybody gonna agree, you know. Carol is saying even the polling agents them wasn't properly prepared. Yeah. Kieran, thanks for tuning in, King. Thanks for being a part of the live. Carol is saying this election was rigged, woefully rigged. There's a whole different level of rigging. The government moving, Bridget is saying the government them moving like the Antichrist, boy. Oh, let's hope that things can change in this new period that we have before us. And if things moving in the same direction coming out from persons in authority, then the people got to know how they got to move. People got to stick together and do what's right for them and make sure that come the upcoming elections, 2030, they don't go into no process without biometrics. Don't go into no process without vetting the list. Or else, we can get another situation like we're dealing with right here, right now. Sunday is the full moon. Let's hope they don't swear in on that day. I'm telling you. Spiritual warfare. Big up yourself. Divine Butterfly, she's pointing out some insights about the astrological presentations. On Sunday, she's saying it's going to be a full moon. Let's hope they don't swear in on that day. Dennis is saying, what is the best way to vote? Biometrics with ID. Because then you guys need to change the way the voting takes place next election. But I don't think the elections were rigged. I honestly don't think so. Big up yourself, Dennis. Thanks for tuning in. But biometrics is definitely a good thing for persons to look into. In Guyana, and a faster process of making sure the votes are tabulated and stuff like that. Why are we taking so long with them little bit of votes? All them absorbers and all them things going on, and we still got all them problems going on. Hey, you see P.P.P over here dropping some insights. Newt saying the lion don't turn when a dog is barking. There's no reason to. Doesn't even matter, right? Sharon is saying, why the bent on suppressing the citizens? All will suffer from depression before the next election. Another 5 years of suffering for poor people. I'm telling you. Carola, we look forward to it with a whole different perspective. Don't let me put 5 years of suffering. Let me put 5 years of growth. 5 years of building. Right? We word it like that. Because if there's the way we word it, then we put in hardships in front of we that we don't even want to experience in the first place. Even though building this be a hardship, in the end you've got something, right? Even though it's be a journey, in the end you've got something. So let me say, another 5 years of building for people of lesser means, right? Another 5 years of building for people of humble means. Greetings. Thanks for tuning into Delta 9 Media Live. You're live right now.
Greetings.
Greetings.
We're going on. Things finished? They finished? I know from whom.
Well, we ain't get no real declaration as yet. We're just hearing a lot of different things from a lot of different people. We heard on the press conference that the VP is saying that they had a landslide and they have a bigger majority than the last time they were in government. But we ain't got no official declaration as yet.
If they gonna be Guyana hope and Guyana return. Because they're gonna get to the end. They're gonna get they don't plan it from day one. That's it. That's where they could kill people child and all and they come together and don't care and all these things. They don't know their meaning.
They're telling you.
But I would congratulate Mr. Mohammed.
Yeah.
And even Mr. A.P.N.U. Leader. I congratulate
Mr. Norton, the Honorable Mr. Norton, yeah.
Okay, Honorable Mr. Norton and Honorable Mr. Mohammed.
Yeah.
Because it's them two. One is the president and one is the opposition.
Yeah.
I see. Them Guyana vote for them. The only people vote for them is the people who get in the contract and the people who they bring from here, there, and everywhere, and they still can't get them no vote. Guyana people did not vote for them. And even if the whole of Guyana didn't come out and vote for Mohammed or A.P.N.U. or whoever, they still want to win because they already have things planned. They don't say, you don't have to pay for a what, see and lie. And that's the thing. So I expect nothing good to hear from them. It's only God that can help you. And God will do the work. Don't worry, I got faith.
Every time.
Yes.
That's the only person doing all the work. Because nothing is done without the Most High. Nothing at all.
Nothing. Today I was at work and I thought something. I say, they had a Canadian farm down there digging out Guyana gold by the pound. Right? Yes. And then they take Guyanese to work and then they wasn't paying them.
Yeah.
right? And I say, Mohammed is a Guyanese. And if Mohammed can gold from Guyana, you know what? He do good because he help a lot of people. He didn't take them gold, he won't take that nothing to give nobody. Right? None of them Canadians come back and get no Guyanese, not help no Guyanese.
Yeah.
Right? Them Chinese, they carry out the lumber. All the lumber, young lumber, they carry. I think these guys who don't got out half, they are ready. And these they come back to go to the other half. Because the amount of wealth they go to Guyana, it is just ridiculous.
We just gotta hope that in this other period that they would have been elected, right? Well, we're still waiting for the actual pronouncement from Gecom, but we just gotta hope that there's more inclusion, man. We gotta hope that persons that were being suffered before, that were being kept from certain access, that was being held back from certain opportunities, that's no longer the case. And certain communities would no longer be neglected. It don't make sense. Guyana is a beautiful country that should definitely, and it does deserve, for all over the place. You shouldn't go certain place and see it looking certain way, you know? And the city as in especially should definitely need some development. Them bridges that breaking down with them metal things and that they're from since I small that they ain't redoing. The pavements and them things that need to be resurfaced and the drainage so persons ain't walking in water as soon as it rains. Real things, and there's a big budget and we ain't seeing these things done. And that's one of the things that persons were worried about for a long time. The way the money is being spent, you know?
I know. Well, I let you hope that they do help the people. Because Mohammed was saying you will go around places like the fire and them places where people got stuck and got kids and all them things, they will go around and see and help them build something nice for them.
Yeah.
You know, it was so nice.
Yeah, and an even better thing that they should do is start to link up co-ops between all the persons them that get them small shop so that they could buy in bulk and they'll be able to break down and make a larger profit. Persons gonna network, because guess what? That is what the Asians are doing. That's what they're doing. They're buying in extreme large quantities and then they can bring it in and break it down so that everybody know from there connecting people them is going to be able to eat off of what's going on. People with smaller businesses could do the same thing too. They just gotta be serious about it and move forward in a real way with unity, and that's the key. Unity, right?
And I hope all them people will apply for land 10 years ago, get the land, because I don't understand how the place the opposite guy who stretch out the you got the big Chinese embassy or way.
Yeah.
That I used to be born on place. He used to have the buffaloes. I don't know how the Chinese get it. The Chinese got a big area somewhere up the bank there. And then I hear that they are in the interior. Since Sue come in this country. The Chinese pull up and taking over.
Who? Sue? Who?
Yeah, he's saying Sue.
Hey,
and nobody knows, because nobody like the company.
Hey. Sue probably gone back to China.
Okay, she gone back to China.
I mean, who knows at this point? Who knows at this point? Sue probably gone back and send one of his cousin them.
Cousin alone, if you whole generation then he open, and you know, I want to see. As we used to come out from the same embassy, it's carrying two flags, the Guyana flag and the Chinese flag. The Guyana flag was low, the Chinese flag flying high over the Guyana flag. I guess I was close. I they pulled the flag down. I was so mad. They're going out with a lot of nonsense, but They know that these people is not for him. They know that. Even the police force is not for him. They know that. So that's why they have to bring in iron people from every way around for votes to them. But the land is progressing. Nothing that to be done.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, good night.
All right, good night. You have a great rest of the night. Thanks for calling in, all right?
You too, yeah.
All right. See? Caller dropping some insightful comments. And the comment section is always insightful, right? Very insightful commentary. Delta 9 family, right? Dennis is saying, I like your program. I like the way that you communicate with the chat. Yeah, Dennis, there's always do it over here, you know. Let's get a nice, insightful collective in the comment section. So I just make sure I read it out because sometimes I'm telling you, there's things in here that I take away. Definitely, every program has got an insightful comment that has helped to impact me either in creating more content or it's definitely something that is hold on to, you know what I mean? And add it to the list of things that help to build me up. You know what I mean? This is why I like the comment section. And plus the people them who's calling in to drop in some insightful commentary in the live. The audiences was make this live possible and make this live what it is. Y'all make Festive Friday possible. Y'all make Delta Saturdays possible. Good News Sundays, right? Movement Mondays, Turn Up Tuesdays, Wisdom Wednesdays. Without the audience, none of them panels, none of them shows make no sense. I thank every single person for calling in and every single person that dropped a comment. As we could see, the flight has landed right here on Festive Fridays. So if you haven't already, Team Delta, persons that's going to watch us in the future, take a couple of seconds, man. Thumbs up this live, boost it in the algorithm, let people be able to see and understand everything that was presented right here on Festive Fridays on Delta 9 Media. I want to say a special shout out to all the moderators. I see Rugranatas in the comment section, Carlisle, A.P.N.U, Audrey, Gnosis Focus, everybody that's in the comment section dropping them comments. Big up yourself and thanks for tuning in. And guess what? If you're not a member, a channel member, it costs nothing but 99 cents per month. Become a member right over here on Delta 9 Media and join the family early on in the ride so that you could be a part of our growing and always developing future, right? We got a lot of things coming here, so to the channel, some new content. I keep talking about it, but I gotta take some time and upload. I got a couple 360 videos so persons can get a 360-degree experience of certain parts of the country, and very soon I'm gonna put up some from other parts of the world as well. I got some international 360 videos and I'm gonna make that a special playlist on the channel and I'm gonna share them videos with channel members first so y'all could see. Plus I got some new content, new type of videos that I never put up on the channel yet. Expanding the content, coming soon to the panel right there. Look out for it over the weekend, right? Channel members, for all the persons who are part of the panel and you're a part of the channel membership already, definitely good things headed your way. Everybody that was a part of the live that definitely celebrated in the week that would have passed or earlier up in Virgo season, and definitely people who are going to have their birthday in the upcoming days, over the weekend, in the week ahead of us. Pick up yourself. Celebrate. Every day is special. Every day is one of a kind. All right? Until next time, glory to the Most High. Glory to the Most High. No Jesus and no peace. God tap your heart when you said up. Big up yourself, I am warrior. Thanks for being a part of the live. Right? The flight has landed, and I'm asking that everybody take a couple seconds, thumbs up before you left out. All right? Have something special for all intruders. Big up Divine Butterfly. And this is where I salute you. thanking you for tuning in and saying, listen, I will catch you in the next flight. All right. Miss Deborah Green just became a channel member. Thank you, Deborah, for becoming a channel member. One of the newest channel members right here on Delta 9 Media. Miss Deborah, big up yourself. And thanks for tuning in. And thanks for becoming a channel member. And this is where we bring the curtains down for Festive Fridays. Salute to everybody in the live panel. Salute to everybody that's going to watch this in the future in the rewind. Thanks for being a part and for spending some time here with us at Delta 9 Media. Big up yourself.